Welcome. In this video, I'll be talking about the speed and power of Anthology's Cash Register. Let me show you how easy selling can be. Let me start with a basic sale. I'm going to move through it pretty quickly so I can demonstrate the actual speed, and I'll explain a little bit as we're going along. After I'm done, I'll slow it down and we'll talk about each of the steps individually. So let's get started. I'll position my cursor in the ISBN SKU field and scan in my first item. It's added to the tape section. I scan in my second item and I'll scan in a third. With all the items in the tape section, I simply take a tender. I'll choose check. It fills in the amount. I choose enter. A message asks me if I'd like to complete the sale. I do. Anthology prints a receipt and I press any key to continue. Anthology comes back to a clean cash register, ready for another transaction. Now let's do that same sale again. This time let's slow it down a little bit and explain some of the things that we're doing. I'm starting off in the ISBN SKU field and I'm scanning the barcodes located on the back of my book. And I'll scan this one, and Anthology automatically enters that. Anthology also offers the option for you to create your own barcode labels for this very purpose. Let me scan in a second book just to show you. We've added to the tape section and everything is ready to go. I've added these items fairly quickly. What if I need to make a change? Well, I simply select the item from the tape section, edit the information. In this case, I'll say a quantity of 2. I choose enter line to add it back to the tape section, and we're ready to complete this sale. You may have noticed that we were able to add items to the tape section of the cash register very quickly. That's because Anthology has an option called scan mode. What scan mode does is when you scan an item in the ISBN SKU field, it automatically assumes a quantity of 1 and that the sale price and discount prices associated with this item are correct, and it simply adds it to the tape section each time you scan. If you'd like to turn off the scan mode feature, you go to Actions and you can toggle between scan mode on or off. Another time-saving feature of Anthology's Cash Register is the ability to combine different sales types in a single transaction. To demonstrate this, I'm going to do a return. To do a return, I simply choose the Alt F9 Return Manager. When the screen comes up, I can either enter or scan in the transaction number. The transaction number is located at the bottom of your Anthology receipt. So if your customer brings a receipt back with them, it makes your job very easy. I simply scan in the transaction number, choose Set, and all the items that were purchased on that transaction show in the Return Manager screen. The item that we're going to return is Teach Yourself SQL in 14 days, so I simply select this line item and choose the F12 Select button. As you can see, Anthology now has both my sale items and the return item listed in the tape section. When we're ready to complete the transaction, we simply click the F3 Take Tenders button, and we can choose from one of the many tender type options that we have in Anthology. You can choose cash or check. You could choose one of the PCI compliant credit card options, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, so forth. In this example, I'm going to again choose check, and I'll choose enter line, and I'm presented with 3 options. I can either cancel this sale completely, or I can go back in and choose edit, which takes me back to the cash register screen. It allows me to either add items or edit items that are currently on this sale. Or I can choose the complete button, which we're already familiar with. In this case, I'm going to choose complete again. Anthology prints our receipt, and it says again, press any key to continue. Now I can click anywhere out in the screen, or I can press a key, so I'll just click right here in the middle of the screen, and Anthology is now cleared itself off and is ready for another transaction. In this video, I showed you how easily you can process sales using Anthology's Cash Register. Be sure to watch our other videos, which will take you just a little deeper into the system.